Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. This is actually our second time shooting this video. We received this Super WeiLong V2 yesterday. We got really excited, started filming, and then some weird stuff happened. So I'll explain that to you and then I'll show you the cube today again. So when we opened this cube, it was really bad. And what happened was it was because the cube did not come lubed from the factory and it was bone dry. And for some reason, this particular cube just feels extremely bad when it has no lube in it. But we did lube it up and the performance just went way up and now it's good. So I talked to the factory about it and the factory said they will factory lube every unit when it gets mass produced. So you'll never actually encounter a bone dry Super V2. So we thought making a video on that didn't make sense. Now we're reshooting. So for the basics, all you need to know is that it's around 71 grams. It's magnet adjustable and it's $82. I think the $82 thing is like, I guess, the elephant in the room for most people. MoYu is known to have these spikes in prices whenever their flagship has the word super. So we're gonna explore all that, check out this cube, and together we'll determine whether or not that price makes sense for this cube. All right, so I think the cool accessory that comes with it, this is the only thing that you really need. This is for the cube, this is for the magnets, and then I guess the other cool accessories you can get are a card. This one has Tommy Cherry, he looks great. Shout outs to Tommy Cherry. It also comes with these extra accessories. We did open this cube and set it up. And one thing we did was we put springs in this cube. Yeah, these are the maglev components that were originally in the cube, but currently this cube is springed. And then this is the box it comes with. This is basically a smart cube charger without the prongs. This is the actual box. It's kind of bigger than necessary, but it's not egregiously big like the other boxes that MoYu's made for the Super in the past. And for clarity, springs did come with the cube. The cube is originally maglev. This little box had springs in it. We put the springs back in here because we're TheCubicle and we put springs in everything, but the springs do come with it in case you want that spring feel. All right, so this cube set a world record before it released. Yiheng started throwing down these ridiculous times and getting world records. Everyone was really excited about this cube. And then the Lunar New Year came and the cube couldn't be released. Yeah, we were just like left wondering about where this cube was for a while. And so we're finally glad it's out. And of course, the big news with Yiheng is that he's coming to America. He'll actually be here in about 2 weeks, and he's doing a live event with Timon on March 9th in Flushing. So if you want to check that event out or learn more or attend, we'll have a link in the description for you to check it out. This is his first time in the States. He's racing Timon live, and it's gonna be awesome. All right, so let's do some turns on this thing here. So off the bat, it feels like a more tactile, crunchy V10. And it definitely feels related to the previous Super. It has the same internal contact. Very decent M slices, overall movement really good. And of course, this is the reference point after you lube it. We lubed this with Gravitas, Dignitas, and FC Stealth. Without lube, it was kind of a blocky mess, but again, you won't ever encounter the cube in that state. So let's take a look at the mech. So a lot of people have been saying that this looks like a WeiLong V10, so we brought out the WeiLong V10. This is one of my mains. Yeah, we'll see exactly how similar they are. So we have the Super V2 right here. And let's start opening it up. Take out this too and check it out. So first things first, this is exactly the same as the WeiLong V10. It's the same system, it makes a lot of sense. No need to fix something that's not broken, so that's cool. It uses the same tool. All right, and as you can see here, the magnet is adjustable, so you just need a sharp object to twiddle this, and it increases the height of this magnet, which is pretty cool. MoYu adjustability has always been pretty simple. This is pretty simple. My only sort of gripe with this is that it's kind of hard to see what setting you're on, especially if you've lubed the puzzle. It kind of makes it hard to see. But I feel like once you've adjusted the settings, you don't really need to adjust it again. The magnet strength is pretty good on this cube, and for me, I like the strongest setting or the second to strongest setting. I think both are fantastic. And it's kind of subjective, so if you want to go weaker, you can. But that's just the setting I like. And of course, the V10 is over here. It doesn't have the adjustment system, but let's just let's put 2 white pieces from the V10 into the Super and just see what happens here. I mean, it works. So let's look at this in closer detail. Oh, okay. So this is not a carbon copy, but it's very, very close. It's so close that you can piece swap. It does not seem like a significant change Yeah, like this is flatter and shorter on the WeiLong Super 2, and the WeiLong V10 is taller here. But yeah, overall the pieces follow the same logic. Nothing too crazy. I would say it's about 90% WeiLong V10. I think that's pretty fair. All right, so now here's my opinion on this cube after using it for 3 days. This is actually the third time I'm recording my opinion on this cube, and it's really changed day by day. I can't really erase history, and I can't tell you that I didn't have a terrible unboxing experience when this cube wasn't lubed. But once it was lubed and once we changed in the springs, this cube just got better and better and better and better. And at first, our opinion was like, yeah, it's pretty good, but it's over $80, so it can't be that good considering the price. Honestly, my opinion is getting closer to, you know what, when it comes out, I'm gonna buy it at $80, you know? And that's kind of scary because I don't want cubes to be $80. I think that I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that maybe MoYu can produce this in an environment where it doesn't actually cost the consumer $80. But I don't know that for a fact, I'm not an engineer. $80 sucks, but if that's what it costs to get this cube and this cube is that good, I'm gonna pay $80. And like kind of reluctantly, but this cube is genuinely very, very good. It's kind of cool that it's a world record cube before it was released, but genuinely I get really good times on it. And I think you can get very far with the WeiLong V10, but this cube feels a little more polished. And yeah, you can't argue with good times. I was flying on this cube. I'm always really happy using it. I'm excited to adjust it. I think all the adjustment features are very usable, and there are things that I'm interested in using. Yeah, aside from the price being at a point that I'm not comfortable with, the cube is amazing, and really happy that it exists and that people can use it. So I know it's not the best price for everyone, and it really sucks recommending an $80 cube, but I do recommend this, especially if you have friends or if you go to a competition and other people have it. Definitely recommend trying it to see if it makes sense for you. And anytime I show up to a competition, I'll make sure to bring it so you can try it for free. Yeah, that's interesting these days, how cubes are so expensive, but they're so good. I think that there are a lot of doubters online that say, oh yeah, like $80 is terrible, MoYu is destroying the community, is making a mockery of the market. I think that's an oversimplification. I think this cube is genuinely really good. It's just, yeah, it's also too simple to forget that it's expensive. So I think we need to be aware of both things, and then hopefully we can communicate with MoYu and encourage them to make cubes more accessible. But for now, this is what it is. It's awesome. And yeah, come see me if you want to try it. See you later.